Hi, this is Sally, and welcome to Heart of a Soul. So, I know my videos are kind of coming in randomly. I was working, and with everything else going on, parenting and distance learning, and just my own personal growth. Um, I was trying to find time to fit them into my schedule, um, but I there's no excuses, right? I keep telling you guys that all the time, no excuses. So before I begin, of course, I want to thank everybody that's liking, sharing, and subscribing to my videos. I really appreciate your love and support. And welcome if you are new, excuse me, if you are new to my channel. I keep it real right here. I don't really edit unless I really, really have to. Um, but other than that, this is just me. This is how I come to you, because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm something that I'm not. I'm still working through all my things. Um, and it's about growth and learning and accepting yourself. So, today's topic is going to be about being gentle and patient with ourselves. So, through I don't know, the last couple of months that I have been sharing some of my story with you guys, I've um, the type of person to be hard on myself. Most people are. We expect to be somewhere at a certain point, at a certain age. We want things to happen a certain way or at a certain time, and sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. And um, today was a pretty good example of that for me. I felt like I was waiting all day. It's like 2 in the afternoon right now, but I felt like I was waiting all day. I went to the DMV this morning, had to wait in line. Went to the laundromat, had to wait for the clothes to wash and dry. Um, and then I had to go to get my car smogged, which I had to wait, I don't know, 15 minutes for that, which wasn't long. But by the time I got to the DMV the second time, and mind you, I only went because the line was short when I drove by, or I probably would have saved it for another day. But the second time I'm sitting in the DMV and I'm waiting and I'm thinking, fuck, I feel like I've been waiting all day. And I was also waiting for a phone call since yesterday afternoon. Um, and it was just like, this is a test of my patience. This is God telling me to be patient and be patient with myself. And a conversation that I had with my sister-in-law yesterday is she was reminding me to be patient and gentle with myself because I could be really hard on myself. And like I said, most people can because we expect things to happen a certain way at a certain time. And I'm learning that everything happens in divine timing. And it's going to happen when and if it's supposed to happen. And we have to be willing to accept it. Like my last video, acceptance, you know, because that's just the way it is. When we start to put up this resistance and start putting up a fight and trying to make things happen, sometimes it doesn't work out the way it's supposed to be. And because we have these expectations of ourselves and the situation, like we're supposed to be able to do this, we're supposed to be able to get it done at a certain time. And it doesn't, and it starts to weigh heavy on us. Now we feel like we're stressed out because things aren't happening the way that we think they're supposed to be happening. But something that I've learned in the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 months, everything happens when it's supposed to. Um, and I sat down to do this video and I was getting ready to do this video and my mind was in a total different place, thinking and contemplating on what this video is going to be about. And I got my phone call that I was waiting for since yesterday. And like I said, it was going to happen when it was supposed to happen. And it happened exactly when it was supposed to happen. And that's why and once I got that phone call that's why I needed to go to the DMV and make sure all my paperwork was in order. So that when I got that phone call, I'd be ready to go. And it's so funny because, like I just sat down to do this and I got all that stuff done. I came home, had lunch, and I'm probably telling you guys more than necessary, but it's my point is that it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. And it kind of goes along with, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Abraham Hicks or Esther Hicks. If you guys are into manifesting and the law of attraction, I really suggest you look her up. But she talks a lot about setting it and forgetting it and let it go, and that's part of the law of attraction. Is when you want something, the universe is going to give you the need, or is going to give you the vibration of want, so you're just going to keep wanting. And once you let it go and let the universe do its thing, everything that's for you and meant for you is going to come to you exactly when it's supposed to. And I really feel like that's what happened today. Because I felt like, well, if I wasn't going to get the phone call today, then, I just let it go. I just had to let it go, and it came in. But because the point of it is, have you ever looked for something and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking, and you go to walk away and you're thinking about something totally different, and when you come back, boom, there it is. It's kind of like that. So when you feel like you really want something to work out, kind of just let it go. Distract yourself with something else. I'm sure there's something else on your to-do list that you could get to. So go do that and be in that moment. Don't be doing something and thinking about something else, because it's not going to happen like that for you. It's still going to happen when it's supposed to happen. You got to let it go. It's like, when you're waiting for your Amazon Prime to come in, and it feels like it's taking forever, and it feels like it's taking forever because you're not appreciating the time that you are and where you are right now. So what I've got, and today was a really big, moment that I realized that it was like, and yeah, it's something that I've known and I've been trying to implement in like my everyday, practices and things like that, and trying to be mindful and trying to stay aware, and in my meditations, and believing that everything is going to happen when it's supposed to happen. But today, after feeling like I waited all day for something, like I was just in line all day, and even at the grocery store, I got 4 things. And it took me longer to wait in line than it did for me to actually get my things. So anyways, after waiting all day long in all these different lines, I realized patience and understanding and being gentle with yourself. Because when I started this a couple months ago, I'm like, I felt so down on myself. Like, I'm pushing 40. I'll be 40 this year. And I'm like, why don't I have these things? Why do I still live with my family? Why do I still drive an old car? Why do I still this and why that and this and that? And it's just like, I have to accept that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if I didn't go through what I went through, when I went through it, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. So I appreciate where I'm at and what I'm doing. And I keep telling you guys, it doesn't have to look like anything to anybody else. You have to be happy with who you are and where you are and what you're doing, and know that as long as you put forth an effort, just a little bit every day, just even, because even when I'm sitting there waiting in line, I'm on YouTube watching a video. I'm in my car reading a book. Even on my lazy days, I'm not in a place where I'm not growing, in one way or another, even if it's curled up in bed at 6 o'clock as soon as I get home with my robe and a book. it's always something. It's always something. And I'm always encouraging you guys to find something and ways to grow, ways to expand yourself and your knowledge and your passion, and look for the motivation that you need to get these things done and make it happen for yourself. And even in the smallest way, um, it's so fulfilling. It really, really is, because even if I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be, which I kind of let that go, but when I was feeling like that, I knew that I was still pushing myself forward, but there was still a resistance. So I was pushing myself forward, but at the same time pulling myself back when I started questioning myself, like, why ain't I doing this? Why ain't I there? Why don't I have this, or why I have that? Once I let that go and just let it happen, and I'm letting every day just happen the way that it's supposed to, and I'm not forcing anything, I I just it seems so much easier, and it's a practice every day, because a lot of what I talk about is easier said than done. I'm still working on it every day. Like, I mean, I've been on my journey probably for almost 2 years, but it really in the last 8 months did it excel in such a way that I'm learning constantly every day. That's something like every day I have these small epiphanies and moments of realization where it was like, fuck, that makes so much more sense than the bullshit that I have been taught, so much more sense than the bullshit that I used to believe, when I just freed myself and allowed things to happen the way that they're supposed to. So accepting those things is being gentle with yourself. It takes a load off when you don't expect so much of yourself, because in all honesty, it's probably not really us. It's probably our parents. It's probably our significant others. It's probably even our kids, because for so long I cooked and cleaned and did for my kids, and now that they're old enough to help me, my daughter, she'll be like, Mom, I'm hungry. Okay, make yourself a sandwich. They have these expectations of us because, of who they thought we were, or who we even allowed ourselves to let them think who we are, if that made sense, and we have to be gentle with ourselves, because if we don't, the people around us are they're gonna step all over us, and they're gonna use up all our energy, and we're not gonna have enough of our own. And so being gentle with yourself and knowing that it's okay where you are and what you're doing and how you're doing it. And like I keep saying, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, as long as it makes sense to you. So I know that video was kind of all over the place, but again, I always just speak from the heart. And I used to try to write my script and practice them, but it feels more free like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.